Hello everyone, and welcome to another beer review. Get this right, Kuzlik. Yeah, old Sammy Sideshed, eh? Yeah. So I guess that's what you can do if you're over 50 and you've got a full head of hair. You can just keep doing it in different hairstyles and that type of stuff. Unfortunately, the kind of texture is very similar to pubic hair, but such is life. But anyway, enough about my pubic hairs. Jesus, this is a good start to a video, isn't it? We're going to do a beer review. You will kind of sit there thinking, thank God. God knows what he's going to do. Hope to God he wasn't going to wash his hair anyway. But like my hair, this beer might come down to a matter of taste or lack of. I'm not really sure. I'll have to wait and see. But it's a bit of a different one. A bit like my hair today, because I don't know why I did. I think it's because I was wearing a hat and it just kind of went that way. And I thought, well, I'm not going to fight it for the video. I'll just quickly brush it into the way he wants to go, and that was it. I'm not a man of many tastes and fashion and things like that. Then trends. Right, so today we're doing, it just, after a while you just get sick of it. Is it Slippery Dave mentioned about golden ales? Well, why is there always golden ales? And yeah, I got to agree with him. There's far too many golden ale options now. It's like, well, it's almost like it's a case of there's so many IPAs out now and companies producing multiple styles of IPAs and pale ales that the market's absolutely saturated. So they've come up with the great ideas. Well, why don't we do golden ales and blonde ales and still fire all them shitty hops in there? I think, there you go. So this is Greene King's kind of answer to the golden ale as a craft kind of option. So it's got New Tricks Golden Ale. Ooh, lovely, sounds marvellous. Until you read the bottom bit at the bottom, it says, there we go, the bottom bit at the bottom. There you go, you see. Very descriptive. With lemon peel and ginger. I'm sure I've used that terminology on an online dating website in my younger days. Don't you worry, Hen. I smell a lemon peel and ginger. There you go. Don't know why this fart smell like that, but never mind. It's a small batch. It's limited edition. And the sprue on the back, there's a surprise. It's 4%, it's 500ml. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I don't think it was that much. I don't think it was. I think it was maximum £2 a bottle, but I think with some telling I think it's below it, but we'll confirm that as you know down below beer facts. Right, what spiel have they got for us today? What delectable delights of wisdom are they going to part on to us about this absolute elixir of the gods with lemon peel and ginger? New Tricks has been brewed in collaboration with Nethergate Brewery, our Suffolk brewing neighbours from just down the road in Long Melford. Together we've created an easy drinking, refreshing golden ale with citrus and ginger notes on the nose, with a malty floral taste. Subtle hints of ginger complement the lemon, which enhances the freshness beyond the hops. And that's it. I don't really know what hops are used, and hopefully they'll list it. Usually Greene King will list these type of things, so hopefully we'll tell you what kind of wonderful hops they've got. But yes, New Tricks Golden Ale with lemon peel and ginger. Eh? Anyway, we live and learn. I'm sure it's a case as though it's a lesson learned from me drinking this. Well, there'll be a good lesson or a bad lesson, one of the two, but there will be a lesson learned. Get open, you bugger. Look, it's fighting me. This lid doesn't want to come off. Oh, I can smell it already. Oh. Let's get it poured. limited edition, small batch, depending on what this flavour tastes like. Jeez, this is another one that's pouring like a bloody cider. Look at that. That's like a bloody cider pour, that. Look at it. Maybe not so bad as other beers, but it's getting very close to a cider pour, you know. But like I said, it's small batch, so depending on what it tastes like, you know, depending on how small batch you maybe want it to be. But yeah, smell wise. Well, let's do people in the podcast. I need to sort out the podcast because I'm so far behind with the episodes. But I've been so busy. Been even recently trying to sort out my Audi and doing some work to it. And I nearly took my bloody thumb off. Got my thumb trapped in the bloody suspension system. What a stupid design that bloody suspension system is in Audi. So it is. Name of God. Especially when you're basically trying to change a ball joint and you get that stupid bloody suspension leg fork that goes onto the lower control arm. Whoever came up with that fucking stupid idea? Seriously. See, German engineering's a bit like German beer. Way over fucking rated. And I can assure you, it's nowhere near as good or as wonderful as you hear all these arseholes bloody online saying, oh, German engineering. I've spent quite a lot of time with German engineering, and trust me, they're fucking arrogant. They make a hell of a lot of design mistakes, and when you highlight it to them, they just ignore you. This is the problem, because they're so bloody arrogant. So don't get me started in German engineering, arseholes. But anyway, let's get back to it. Oh yeah, for people in the podcast, it's lovely and clear. So I'm such a I'll tell you. See, yesterday, and thank God I was doing this review today rather than yesterday, because trust me, you thought that was a rant about German engineering. So yesterday, oh Jesus, the air would have been blue, absolutely blue. Seriously, oh Jesus, bastards are there. You know, but anyway, so it's nice and clear, kind of golden, not really much of a head, poured. Was really without a head, really, and that's it. And there's now the tractor's going past now. Oh, it must be silage season. Must be. I know they did it in Ireland. I know the Irish they're getting all their silage in just now, getting it all cut. So I'm sure they're doing the same down here. Yeah, when you're getting basically constantly going back and forward, yeah, they're getting the silage in. Right. Anyway, what does it smell of? Ginger. It does actually. It smells of ginger. And when I say ginger, I mean as in the root, as in ginger root. Not as in, oh, it smells of ginger, you know, and that, you rocket. Which is what the Scots, especially over in the West Coast, call soft drinks. Bottle of ginger, and that, no, all right, and that. So yeah, what I mean is the spice. But it does actually smell of ginger. Am I getting lemon peel? There might be a little bit of kind of lemon zest in there, but it really just smells of ginger. It doesn't smell of malt. It's just ginger. That's it. That's the only bloody aroma you're getting. There might be a little bit of lemon hiding behind it, but fuck knows. You don't know. You can't do. But I can't smell anything that kind of associates with beer. It smells like ginger ale. So it does. Not even with ginger beer, because ginger beer is a little bit kind of earthiness to it, but more of that kind of ginger ale. But a bit like Canada Dry ginger ale. It's supposed to be a beer review. Anyway, let's see what it tastes like. It's a wee bit gassy. So it's a wee bit too much CO2 going on in there. Not too much, but it is a bit overcarbonated. So that's the first thing you notice. Second thing you notice is ginger. And we're not talking about Fred Astaire's wee dancing partner, but old Freddie boys, bit in the side. Here's a rumour I've started. But yeah, it's nearly all about the ginger, really, let's be totally honest. Doesn't really taste like a beer. It just tastes like more of a kind of ginger wine, to a certain extent, a kind of carbonated ginger wine. A bit like Krabby's, I suppose, but not as strong or as intense. Just a kind of watered down version of kind of Krabby's. Now, Krabby's is the ginger wine that's kind of famous in Scotland. I know you can get it down here, but I don't know whether people actually drink it or utilise it down here unless, it's maybe in excuse me, cocktails. That was a watery one, wasn't it? It does actually. There's a little bit of lemon there as well. I'm noticing. No, it tastes like a ginger and lemon cordial. That's what it tastes like. The little bit of carbonation, and obviously alcohol because it's 4%. But it's so easy drinking and so kind of hipped up with these additional flavours. I can't taste anything that really is associated with beer. I mean, I'll be totally honest, it actually tastes quite nice, as a drink. And I think this chilled in, a nice hot summer's day or something like that, or a barbecue, it'd actually go quite nice. And might be an option for ladies who aren't maybe big kind of beer drinkers and things like that, but maybe want something kind of less alcoholic than wine and other things. Because again, sometimes wine's not the best if it's a really hot day or whatever. You don't really fancy a wine or something like that. It's a bit too much. Because even some of your white wines, high alcohol. I just don't really want to have that amount of alcohol. Whereas something like this might be an option. And when I say women, at the end of the day, I also mean craft beer drinkers as well. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get roasted for that one. But yeah, I mean anybody that's really not into it. But again, there's quite a lot of women that don't drink beer, I've met a lot of them. And yeah, it could be a potential option for them. But I mean, it's quite nice and quite pleasant, but it doesn't taste of beer. So when you're trying to do a beer review on a excuse me, on a golden ale that doesn't taste of ale, at least it's got the golden bit. Then what do you do? Because I have to review it as what it's supposed to be sold as. If it's sold as a nice kind of refreshing summer kind of alcoholic beverage, maybe like a kind of slightly alcopop kind of feel to it. Let's be totally honest. Then yeah, that'd be fine. But it's marketed as a beer, and it isn't. They might call it a beer, but it doesn't taste like a beer. No, I mean, there might be a very light, generic beer flavour at certain points, but it's sporadic at best. It's not like a continuous underbelly of kind of generic beer flavour. No, it just comes in now and again. But again, not enough. I mean, we'll see how the mouth acclimatises to it, but initially all I'm getting is ginger at the start, maybe a little bit more lemon coming through now, but mostly ginger. I mean, it's okay. I mean, coming from Scotland and growing up with the mother I had, my mum loved ginger. She used to do ginger loaves and everything else. I grew up eating quite a lot of ginger. And she loved ginger ale and things like that, and especially ginger beer. She loved her ginger beer. And yeah, so there's always the smell of ginger in the house, and there's always, Oh, you got any drink? Ginger beer. Oh, have you? Is that all you've got? All right, then I'll take one of them then. Which is a bit strange though, because when I actually moved to Russia, I actually missed ginger ale or ginger beer actually, and ginger ale too, I suppose, because I used to quite like ginger ale as well. But I missed ginger beer when I was over and living in Russia, and I actually made my own. And yeah, yeah, but I made it alcohol like stuff. I just thought, well, it's going to be such a faff trying to make it non-alcoholic. Then, oh fuck it, I'll just make it alcoholic, but I'll try and control it. But could I stop this fucking thing ferment? Even when you were putting it in the fridge, put it in the fridge and that type of stuff, let it chill down, and that should basically stop the fermentation process. I did it, fuck. Seriously. These bloody things went off like a bomb every time I opened them, for fuck's sake, seriously. I've still got the marks in the kitchen ceiling there. Yeah. And the problem was I actually did them in flip top bottles, but the bloody things went off so badly, that type of stuff, that I actually used to shoot the actual plastic cap straight off the metal. That was it. And we just left with a little kind of metal ring going round it. Oh, and it's fucked off. Bounced off the ceiling. Yeah, it tasted nice. And yeah, you could have a very good session on it. But by God, I started to the point is quite a lot of the batch. I just couldn't control it. It was just getting ridiculous. I couldn't stop the bloody fermentation. I don't know what the hell was going on, but the fridge wasn't really doing it. And I thought, well, I could always kind of warm it up and things like that. But then it was so overly carbonated and everything else. It was too bloody dangerous to do that. So quite a lot of it had to go down the sink, because it was very close to creating an international incident, probably classed as a terrorist incident, if it carried on with the bottle. It was very nice, but it was just too wild. But yeah, so I do like ginger, so I quite like this. But as a golden ale, it's not. It just isn't. Yeah, it's an alcohol pop. I'm maybe getting a little bit more beer flavour now than I was getting originally. But yeah, the predominant flavour is still ginger, and then behind that you've got lemon. And when I say lemon, it's not like hoppy citrus or any bitterness. There's no bitterness to it whatsoever. It's lemon as in zesty lemon, as you would get like in lemonade and other kind of non-alcoholic lemon drinks, that type of thing. So yeah, so I can't really break down the flavours, because I've just told you, right from the front of the mouth going all the way through, it's kind of ginger and lemon. Way hey. So yeah, not really much of the beer kind of coming through to really kind of describe anything. But as a golden ale, it's a fucking disaster. It really is an absolute disaster. Would I recommend it as a golden ale? Absolutely not. It's just not. I mean, even how you can see how it is, it's even you're hearing how it's just no. It doesn't even act ale'ish. Whatever the ingredients have been put into it, it's affected the film on the beer, which allows the polyphenols to basically create a foam or a head. And as you can see, it's just not really doing it the way a normal ale would do it. And you hear it just, it does it. It sounds like a soft drink when you're listening to it. So it does. And just in general, it's not really a beer. It really isn't. It's an alcohol pops. It really is just an alcohol pop. But it actually tastes quite nice. And it was a hot summer's day and things like that. I'd be quite happy to drink something like this as an option. I mean, let's be totally honest. I'd probably drink this before I'd probably drink quite a lot of lagers that have been offered to me in the past at barbecues and other kind of summer events. You want a beer? What have you got? I've got Budweiser. You got sparkling water. Perrier. It's like that. Because I mean, there's certain beers that I've been offered in the past. Oh, you want a beer? Oh, I've got Foster's. You go, what? You bottle your own urine. I'll take a bottle of that if you want. You know what I mean? Because it's like that. It's kind of stuff. I've got Carling. Oh, Carling Black Label. I love it when people used to say, "Oh, I've got Carling Black Label," as opposed to what fucking else option is there? I mean, don't try and make out it's the same situation as Johnny Walker kind of label colours, It's like, but the way they say it's the Black Label, and it's the good stuff, It's yeah, fuck off, seriously. And that's the way you used to kind of gauge. I don't really kind of fraternise with neighbours and things like that like I used to, and that type of stuff, because I've been disappointed and shat upon. They used to come up to my barbecues or my parties, and I'd have some decent drink on offer, and then you go down to theirs. I mean, I even had one that they actually tried to make their own alcohol pop by putting vodka into fucking Angel Delight, strawberry Angel Delight, and they had the cheek to try and serve that up. They turned out to be swingers, by the way, and he worked for the Asda doing the bakery. Fuck knows what he was doing in the bakery and that type of stuff. I mean, he was needing something, put it that way. Dirty fucker. Anyway, yeah, I remember that one. Fucking swingers, by the way. I must have been the ugly bastard in the fucking street, because I never got invited. Anyway, but if they're doing Angel Delight and vodka, you can jog on. I don't want an invite. But yeah, seriously, some of the shit I've been put up with, and turning up to basically neighbours' parties and barbecues, and the shit they offer you. Oh, you want a drink? Aye, what have you got? I've got beer. All right, okay. What have you got? Carling Black Label, Budweiser, Foster's. Oh, I've got the good stuff. I've got Corona. Right, what am I supposed to do? Drink it and then chib you with a bottle, Because I'm quite happy. But which plant needs watering, Tell you what, because then I can piss in the bottle and just drink my own piss for the rest of the night, and people still think I'm drinking your shitty beer. It's like that. Unbelievable crap. So, I mean, on that basis, I would rather have something like this than shitty lagers. But they call it a golden ale. Well, let's be totally honest, that's a bit of an insult. And especially coming from a brewer like Greene King. And their collaboration with their wee chums down the road, which was Nethergate Brewery. Them two partners in crime. Because trust me, there's been a murder. You know what I mean? Golden ale, my hairy ring piece. You know what I mean? But anyway, so what would I rate this out of 10? As a golden ale, what would I rate this out of 10? As a golden ale, out of 10, I've got to be honest, I've just got to get it a 1, because it's not a beer, it's not an ale, it might be golden, and maybe that's what it gets a point for. Because it doesn't get it for the bottle, because it's a clear bottle, so it's effing useless to anybody that actually does home brewing. Clear bottle, seriously. And it makes you wonder, because again, there's no hops in this, because there was no smell of cabbage, no flavour of cabbage or anything like that, so you're not getting kind of light strike happening in this, because there appears to be no hops, or very, very little hops in it. So yeah, for a golden ale, it gets 1, because it isn't. But as an alcoholic beverage, that might be refreshing in a hot summer's sweaty day, then yeah, it's a bit of an alcohol pops, and I think some people would actually quite like it. It's something different. It's more, sometimes you get these kind of lime flavoured lagers they used to get, and they're a bit sweet, and they have that kind of false kind of lime flavours and things like that. And they don't really taste much of beer. There's a bit of beer flavour there, but they mostly just tasted these kind of synthetic flavourings and a bit of sweetness. Well, at least with this one, it's not too sweet. There's a wee bit of sweetness there, but not too much. So at least that's one good thing. And the flavours do taste a bit more fresh. They don't taste as though it's kind of synthetic or things like that. So there's a bit of freshness to the flavours. And overall, it's actually not an unoffensive kind of summer drink if you look at it as a kind of Alka Pops kind of scenario or option. So I'm going to give it a score on that basis because it's not a bad drink. It's just not the drink they're describing. So I'm going to be maybe a bit too fair, but I'm going to also give it a mark as a potential kind of summer drink, alcohol summer drink, kind of alka popish kind of option. And it's actually not too bad. I mean, coming back with some of the gaudy flavours of, Blue Wicked and all this kind of bollocks and Smirnoff Ice and that type of stuff, I would probably say it's nicer than all that piss water. They're round about the kind of 5%, so this is only 4%, so it's not too far away either. So as an alternative to kind of Smirnoff Ice and all these other kind of Alka Pops and Hooch, I think, do you still get Hooch? I don't know. And Blue Wicked, I used to love in Scotland. Oh, Blue Wicked, nah, no, hey, Jimmy Chicky Rimto and that, no. Aye, all that kind of, fuck off, yes, scabby bastards, which is a good way of describing people who drink Blue Wicked and add other shit to it to try and disguise the flavour. You really need to kind of question your life choices. And you shouldn't be let loose with a fucking bottle opener. But yeah, if you look at it from that point of view, I would say it's a nicer option. So it is. I don't know where it would compare with this price-wise, but for me, I think it tastes more of a natural option, actually, than the synthetic piss water that you get a lot with these Alka Pops. So on that basis, as an Alka Pops, I would probably give it a 6. It's actually quite nice and quite refreshing. But if you're buying it as a golden ale, like I did, it's a fucking 1. And I'm being overly generous. So anyway, it's 4%, 500ml bottle. It's definitely not a golden ale. It's a bloody Alka Pops. Not bad Alka Pops, but it's certainly not a bloody ale in any way, shape or form. So don't buy it if you just want a beer, because this isn't a beer. If you want something a bit different or a bit more refreshing and is just as an alcoholic kind of beverage, then yeah, give it a go. But don't buy it if you look for golden ale or any other type of beer flavours, because it doesn't have any really. So anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers, and bye for now.